Okay, Sistas fans, so it looks like IMDb did not want to be outdone by Rotten Tomatoes, but yeah, thanks to those who sent me this info, because this reminds me of the haves and the have-not days where IMDb would list the episode titles and sometimes even the synopsis for multiple episodes, but damn, Sistas, they just told it all. So let me just say up front. At first, I saw a couple of tweets and a couple of DMs like, okay, this is like maybe the, episodes 9 and 10, just a couple episodes. But no, we have pretty much from, all right, tonight is the 2nd, and this is going to be episode 5. We have the episode titles and synopsis from episode 6, and I'm only counting the ones we haven't seen yet, not counting episode 5. Episode 6, Hard to Get, which is next week, all the way down to episode 21, The Last Word, which I believe would be the penultimate episode, assuming season 4 is 22 episodes. But if you don't want potential spoilers or episode titles, click away from the video. There's over 6,000 pieces of content on this channel. You can find something you like. But if you don't care, we are going to dive in and go through these one at a time, because like I said, at first I thought it was only a couple of synopses. I'm like, okay, I'll do 2 videos for each, a video for each. No, this is like everything. And I'm like, no, this got to be a big video. So strap yourselves in. And instead of putting it at the end, I'll put this at the beginning because this is a long video. Hit the thumbs up button to show you like the video. Hit subscribe. We are less than 400 people away from 200,000 subscribers here on the channel. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. And in order to make sure you don't miss out when I post content, hit the bell icon and select all. So let's go into it. Episode 6, February 9th. And the title is Hard to Get. Now, people pointed out that this is actually the synopsis for episode 1. Danny finds herself in a compromising predicament and receives unsolicited help from El Fuego. So I'm just going to skip this. And some of these I've already done videos on. For example, episode 7, Moving On Up. Andy is forced to look at her current relationships and make some hard choices. This is probably the one where Andy finds out that Gary bought her a penthouse. Episode 8, The Sister. I've done 2 videos on this. Karen delivers major news for the sisters and Fatima becomes the casualty of war. Again, I've done 2 videos on that. Episode 9, and I feel like this is where we get to the point where, okay, I haven't talked about these yet. Episode 9, Counterpunch. When faced with a troubling situation, Zach has to put his trust into Jake to correct it. Counterpunch could be in regards to Hayden, due to the fact that we know he has it out for Hayden for putting hands on Fatima. And remember, Jake is the guy that works with Gary, who Gary handed Zach over to in regards to helping him with his stock. So I wonder if the troubling situation is either Hayden related in regards to a physical fight, or Hayden related due to the fact that Hayden had those people looking into the stock and, getting Zach into trouble. Episode 10, Our Favorite Places. Zach is forced to face the consequences of some of his past mistakes. Hopefully, that FBI agent Jenna isn't a previous woman he slept with, resulting in baby mama drama, or the past mistakes could be the stock, or it could be something else entirely. Episode 11, Fine Wine. Okay, this is the beginning of where I'm like, okay, are we really doing this? Oh, wait, actually, episode 10, Zach is forced to face the consequences of his past mistakes. Maybe this is like when Karen goes to the doctor and finds out she is pregnant and it's Zach's, because the consequences of his past mistake, having sex with Karen in that office, and the title is Our Favorite Places, so you never know. Okay, episode 11, Fine Wine. Wait, that feels like the title of that episode of House of Pain that Lance Gross wrote, the one where he makes out with that realtor. Okay, Fine Wine. While Karen struggles with her feelings for Zach, Calvin catches Sabrina by surprise. So Karen's still on that bullshit. So something tells me that in episode 10, like I just mentioned, Zach is forced to face the consequences of some of his past mistakes. She might know that he's the father. Okay. Episode 12, Goodbye at the Door. Fatima makes a rash decision that could have repercussions she's not ready to deal with. Now, I want to go right to episode 13 because the synopsis kind of feels like it goes hand in hand. Episode 13, Shaking in the Rain. Isn't it that song Standing in the Rain that was on the Suicide Squad soundtrack? Yeah, Shaking in the Rain. Andy helps Fatima out of a bind as Karen receives some troublesome news. I know a lot of people are probably thinking, okay, please tell me that she's not pregnant. Tell me that she, loses the baby if she is having it. Or perhaps she went to the hospital, got the news that she is pregnant, but something was wrong, like the dates didn't line up, and it turned out that Zach isn't the father. But I'm wondering what the rash decision Fatima makes is. Is it, obviously, I feel like it has something to do with Hayden. It definitely has to do with Hayden. I feel like perhaps Goodbye at the Door is focusing on maybe the security footage or something along those lines where Fatima has to deal with the whole situation that, hey, we got you on camera beating up Hayden, having a couple of guys handling him, and we saw you doing a model strut from his car while he's getting beat up. You have a great runway strut, by the way, Fatima, but you can't be allowed to do that. Fatima might lose her damn job. That's what I'm thinking. And remember, since Andy is a partner and she's in bed with Robin, perhaps Robin can pull some strings. I don't know, but we'll find out. Episode 14, Money is King. Hayden's mischievous ways pushes Fatima to a breaking point. I feel like this is when Fatima is going to do what she did in the behind the scenes look at season 4, when she's running around with a baseball bat, busting the windows out of Hayden's car and then chasing him in his house. That's what I think. In Money is King, probably Zach related. Who knows? Episode 15, We Know Enough. Danny makes things clear for Preston where they stand in their relationship. Why are we still doing this? Episode 16, Look Closely. Sabrina realizes that Bio has a significant secret while Karen and Aaron draw closer? Okay. Maybe Sabrina finds out about the whole Bio being a African prince because of that one thing in the season 4 character listing that said there are 2 African girls that approach Sabrina because they recognize her from a magazine that she's in with Bio. And while Karen and Aaron draw closer, does this mean they get closer together? Does this mean that the baby's coming? Like they're getting closer to the due date? I don't know. Episode 17, Some Sort of Woman. Calvin finds himself in an uncomfortable situation with Q after a night of drinking. So Q is either at the apartment or out at the club, and Calvin and Q possibly get into a... So much for proving your manhood, Calvin, that's all I gotta say. You know Maurice is going to find out about this. Episode 18, Enemy of Mine. Hayden is consumed with finding out how Zach keeps escaping jail time. Jake gets Bill Watts, who's the lawyer who's going to help out Zach with his predicaments in legal situations. So that's why Hayden doesn't know that Zach has powerful friends on the side of Gary. So Gary, I know you're like, Gary's going to screw Zach over. I said what Tyler needs to do to kind of redeem Gary just a little bit in the eyes of fans is have him actually help out Zach. And even though he isn't directly the one helping Zach, he took Zach's info, passed it over to Jake, and then Jake is the one that's helping him out. And Bill Watts is the one that Hayden called in season 3. So now it's like Hayden's like, how did he get this money? And how the hell is he avoiding all this jail time? What's going on here? Ha! Episode 19, Benefit of the Doubt. Sabrina embarks on a new adventure in her personal life, probably with Bio, maybe, while Gary learns going above and beyond to satisfy his own wants could have unpleasant ramifications. So is this one of those things where he realizes that pulling out all the stops to get Andy, again, his own wants, isn't the best thing? Okay. Episode 20, Inside and Out. Logan seems to be hiding something. So Logan, the guy who was at the airport, the one who busted into Danny's apartment in the last episode, he's still around. And Sabrina appears to be involved. That's interesting. Andy discovers Gary's deception. Oh, Gary is deceiving people? Especially Andy? Who would have thought? Just as Karen chooses to tell Zach how she genuinely feels. Get off it already. Are you telling me we're going to have to deal with Karen crap all the way to episode 20? Seriously. He's with Fatima. Damn, girl. Episode 21, The Last Word. Sabrina gets entangled in a situation that could have serious consequences for her. Maybe this is bio-related. He is a prince, so who knows? So that's really it. So those were the episode titles and synopsis, and basically all I have to say about them for the time being, from episodes 6 all the way to episode 21. So thanks to those who sent this to me. Let me know what are some of your favorite episodes that you look forward to seeing the most. Of course, I'll leave a link to the IMDb link so you can actually look through these yourself. And I'm just sick of the Karen crap. That's really what it is for me. Alright guys, but make sure, like I mentioned before, like and subscribe. And if you want to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App.